Since Worlds has started this last weekend, everyone's been waiting to figure out where the Worlds is going to be next year. And they announced it. It's going to be in Yokohama, Japan. It'll be, I think, the first Worlds that they've had in Japan. And a lot of people are really excited. They're like, yes, finally an excuse to spend all that money to go to Japan to go and check out Worlds. Well, I'm here because everyone's really excited, but everyone needs to temper their expectations. Everyone needs to take it down a little bit. I'm not trying to, be a buzzkill, but at the same time, a lot of people probably don't know that Japan is still locked down. They still have a travel ban on casual tourism. They tried something this last summer where they basically let people come in for guided tours. They were extremely restrictive, yet they still had a 3-day quarantine when you first got there. They are one of the countries still lagging behind in terms of reopening back up after coronavirus. If you take a look at the coronavirus statistics on the country, their cases currently are at an all-time high, as are their deaths. So they're still closed down. They've been the most kind of strict this far out. We're going on 3 years now, and they have entire cities, and their economy is really taking a beating. If you buy cars from Japan like I do, you know that the yen is extremely weak right now comparatively to the dollar, and their entire cities that are fueled by tourism, like Kyoto, are basically, I've been seeing headlines recently where Kyoto is going broke. Essentially, like an entire city is going bankrupt. Because of the lack of tourism that they've had. Because a lot of the cities in Japan is a very tourist heavy place. Their economy relies a lot on tourism. And so not having that for 3 years is really straining the country. I went to Japan at the end of 2019, right before coronavirus happened, and it was a life-changing experience for me. It was amazing. It's definitely an experience I would like everyone in this hobby to have. It's where Pokemon began. They have Pokemon centers all over the place, and Worlds being in Yokohama would be absolutely amazing to attend. They would get to see the other side of things, the Japanese culture, all of that stuff that goes along with going to that country, as well as the nerdy, I can imagine Akihabara for that week before and after Worlds, where everyone's just taking these long vacations to Japan, and Akihabara is going to be insane. People going to all the card shops and figure shops and that kind of nerd capital of Tokyo. And I would love for that to happen, but you guys have extremely low expectations that casual travel is going to be a thing at that point. I've been waiting for 3 years for I've seen every other country in the world essentially open back up to casual tourism, and Japan is the single country, I feel like. I don't know if there's any other ones currently that are still as locked down as Japan is, but they are locked down. I think too, unfortunately, Japan is a very homogenous society, and it's definitely something you'll experience when you're there. That they're a little xenophobic. I'm just gonna say it. They're a little xenophobic. I'm not gonna say that they're racist or anything, but they are very attached to their culture, their traditions. It's one of the things that I really like about Japan is they are tradition heavy, and a lot of their old shrines and everything are still around, and they hold on to that tradition, but they hold on so tight that it causes them to kind of look down upon people outside of their tradition. And I'm not talking about everyone. I might just be talking about like government or officials or the older population of Japan. I'm not sure how the younger population would view it at this point, but I feel like it's getting better, but it's definitely still something that kind of plagues the country in some ways. So just keep your expectations low, guys, okay? Don't go, buying tickets to Japan tomorrow. Or maybe buy tickets, but realize that you might have to refund them because it's really going to... Attendance at this Worlds for people outside of Japan is really going to hinge on whether or not they're open to tourism. 100%. That's just how it is. I mean, Japan, when you go there, everything's Pokemon. Like, there's so much Pokemon stuff in all of these, like, little nerdy boroughs of Japan. There's so much Pokemon stuff. Lots of people are still playing Pokemon Go. Like, I can imagine the attendance of Worlds in Japan basically being able to fill the place with Japanese people. So I can't imagine the huge establishment they're going to have for if they are open, for the flood of people that are going to come in and go to Worlds there and experience the culture and that time there, but also the amount of people in Japan that love Pokemon that are going to just attend Worlds because they love Pokemon. Like, it's going to be insane. It would be a great kind of mishmash of cultures and traditions and a melting pot of awesomeness, and I would love to be able to go. But guys, temper the expectations, okay? That's all I'm saying. Like, get excited, but realize that the trip is only going to happen as long as the Japanese government wills it to, and they don't seem ready to open up just yet. I hope that they do. But yeah, just keep it in mind, okay?